Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me again, Lesego Motho Modimo. I am still with Jemima Palani. This is a continuation of the 7 traps that parents are consciously falling into. We are now dealing with trap number 3. And Jemima has identified trap number 3 as I will do anything to make my kids happy. I'm not going to say anything. You must just tell us what you mean.
Wow, yes, it's exactly that. Thank you so much for this, Lesego. You know, as parents, we believe that our kids are supposed to be happy, right? And
Yes.
that's not
Yes. Like, which parent would not want their child to be
good.
happy?
So based on that, we don't even make room for the unhappiness. Hence, we'll do anything to make them happy. Hence the title. So we don't make room for unhappiness. Like for an example, if a child, like look at a toddler for an example. A toddler will fall or something bad will happen to the child, and we'll be quick to actually fix,
Yes,
or
to
rather
fix.
yes, you get what I'm saying. We always even hide our kids' mistakes from the people we live with. We
Yes.
always want to appear as, like let's say maybe your child just received their report card, and you always tell me that, hey, you know what,
A star.
level
7.
exactly that time now it's level 4. You don't tell me that. You are hiding it, right, in the name of, especially if you are with the child, in the name of, I am going to hurt him if I can actually expose this. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes.
So that's why I'm saying we'll do anything, even lying. We will lie just so that we make our kids happy.
Yeah.
And by making them happy, we are actually pausing our lives as well, because we live to make these beings happy. We don't live to live and enjoy the moment, step by step, moment by moment. Yes. So it's a trap. I believe it's a trap because we are putting a whole lot of effort in doing this.
Yes. We are putting our kids' happiness above everything else, even if it means we need to lie in the name of that happiness.
Exactly.
Whatever it takes to make your child happy.
True that.
True
that. And it's a trap. Honestly, it's a trap because you always, as a parent, thinking of the next step of my child's happiness.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yes.
You always thinking to say, as long as I am doing this for my child. You buy a house. You say, I will want a house with these features, or with this swimming pool, with this and that, just so that my kids can be happy.
Yes, I'm glad you're pointing out more examples, because as you're speaking, I know things like, I want my child to go to private school is another thing of making your child happy.
Yes.
By any means necessary, whether you can afford it or you can't afford it, and not necessarily always because it's in your child's best interest. It is also about that thing of being seen, if I can put it like that, because it also ties in with the example that you gave of the report card. That when the report card is good, we'll be happy and well to call all the neighbors, come see my child and see how my child is doing. But the minute your child is not doing as great, then that is hidden away from the rest of the public.
True that. And I'll tell you why this is happening, Lesego. It's because we are actually feeding our own ego by doing that. And remember, it's unconscious. It's not even about the child, but we think it's about the child.
Yes.
But it's about us.
Yes. And I'm glad that you're saying it's about us, because I'm one of those people who just grew up and thought, you know what, I want my children to go to private school, and honestly, that has never had anything to do with my children. It's because the inner child in me wanted private school and so it is one way that I, as a parent, can say I was trying to live through my child, if that makes any sense.
Absolutely. We want our kids to fill the void. And we are not aware, we are not aware at all. We think it's think about it. I'll give you an example. I raised my sister, right? I think it was in my early 20s. My sister was 10 years at the time, and I took her from the
mother,
from the school that she was attending, and then I said, no, my baby sister is going to attend the multiracial school, right? I didn't go to multiracial school, and I grew up believing that my English is not up to scratch. You get what I'm saying? So I made sure, and I even said it to say, you know what, you're not gonna go through what I went through. You are going to speak a proper English. You get what I'm saying? But I thought I'm making her happy. I'm saying it like this now because I have the awareness.
Yes.
But I wish I could say it like previously to, because I thought I'm making her happy. But as I become a conscious parent, I realized no, this was for me. This was for me. I mean, this is got nothing to do with my sister. And then I got my firstborn now, and then I continued with that to say,
feeding your ego.
Feeding my ego. So this,
and I'm sure every time they spoke English through the nose, you got even more excited.
Exactly. But it's not about our kids, but everything about us. Yes. So it's a trap.
So where to from here? As a parent that sees themselves inside of this trap.
Yes, good question, Lesego. I always say acknowledgement. You check and realize, no, I've been falling in these parenting traps for years now. I really need to do something about them. That's step number one. And then you start acknowledging that indeed this is a trap.
Taking accountability.
Exactly, taking accountability. That's step number two. And then from there, you start now acquiring to know more and then getting awareness, because it's not like from here, you're going to start now saying, you know what, my children, I'm stopping now to make me happy. I'm done. No. It's still a journey. This thing has been happening for the rest of your life. And then you saw that from your parents as well. So so it takes, like you said, accountability. You really need to take accountability to become a conscious parent, and be aware and start doing things differently. And again, we really need to, as parents, we really need to develop ourselves. We really need to develop ourselves. We must want to have this thing correctly, and it starts with us.
I think it's a powerful thing that you're closing us off with about developing ourselves, because honestly, in order for you to become competent at driving a car, you get a license. In order for you to be a doctor, a lawyer, an architect, whatever, you get the necessary qualification, but nothing actually prepares you for parenting. It's just like you're winging it as you go. You're just doing it. No wonder why we fall into so many traps.
So we need to be intentional about developing ourselves, because parenting it's a moment by moment journey. It's not, so we really need to come back from the future, because we are there already. We are there. I want my child to go to a private school, and matric, I want this to happen already. And your child at the time maybe
is doing, I don't know, this 3 years old.
Exactly. But you are there already. So we need to understand that parenting is a moment by moment journey. And for us to parent consciously, we need to take accountability and be in personal development programs.
Thank you so much for that, Jemima. This is a very powerful conversation. And if people want to continue having these conversations with you, how do they get hold of you? Is there anything that you're working on in the current that you can tell us about?
Oh, yes, absolutely, absolutely, Lesego. I have an upcoming online seminar on the 17th of April, 2021. It's about conscious parenting equals to happy and confident kids. So please come join. I will be unpacking these traps and more, and the how, and I'm gonna give out plenty of examples. So please come, parents, come in numbers, join. And then should it happen that you get this video after the 17th, the session is going to be recorded. So you'll be in a position of, you'll be able to buy a recording. So, and another thing is that I have an upcoming book, Embrace Your Wounds and Realize Your Purpose. So this book, the other part, I'll talk about conscious parenting, and maybe you can ask yourself, how does that link to Embrace Your Wounds and this? So I'm going to share about how my wounds led me to become a conscious parent. So yes, we will share more my details here so that you can be able to contact me for my book. Thank you so much.
Perfect. I will leave all of Jemima's contact details on the description box. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following the 7-part series. The series continues. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel as yet, please subscribe. And if this content resonates with you, please share it with others, because sharing is caring. Thank you so much for being here. Also, remember to click on the like button. Thank you.